Good afternoon. Hello. Right, I can see the screen has been shared. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I will speak today about investment and trade opportunities in Mauritius. But first of all, let me thank you all for giving me that opportunity, especially Venetia, to talk about this particular topic. As you can see on the screen, Mauritius is a small country with hardly 1.3 million inhabitants, but the per capita income is quite high. We've just been not awarded, but categorized as a developed country by a high income country by the World Bank, with a per capita income of above 10,000 US dollars. But we feel that there's a lot to do in Mauritius. There's a lot of opportunities, and we need to attract investments, and we need to trade more with the rest of Africa, Europe, Asia, and the rest of the world. And what are we going to do to be able to position ourselves as a country which is able to trade in goods and services, and at the same time attract investments in key sectors? If we move to the next slide, I will show you the sectors where we are attracting investments. Those are the sectors. They are manufacturing, real estate, the jewelry sector. We've got recreational facilities. We've got sectors like the pharmaceuticals. So all these are sectors that we are promoting to attract investments. And someone might ask me, but why Mauritius? It is because Mauritius, we have put in place an environment which is suitable for investors, both investors in the small and medium scale industries and investors in the big industries also. And this for this reason, because of our enabling environment. We have been classified as, in terms of ease of doing business by the World Bank, first in Africa, and we are in the top 15 in the world. In the Mo Environment Index, we are classified first in Africa. There's lots of international accolades that we've received in terms of the opportunities that we've got in Mauritius and how we have managed to engineer this environment to be able to attract investments. Can we move to the next slide? I've already spoken about the different types of accolades that we can see. We are first in many accolades, but we need to do more. We are not going to sleep on our laurels. There's a lot of work to be done, especially in innovation, in technology, in pharmaceuticals, in improving our logistics. So we are attracting investments in all this field. We can move to the next slide. Next slide, please. So these are the investment opportunities that we've got in Mauritius. You'll see that we've got the pharmaceutical sector, automotive sector, chemicals, recycling, electronics, technical textile, which is very important for us. We are moving at the upper end of the textile sector. Jewelry sector, we've got also jewelry sector. Opportunities also exist in real estate, tourism, textile and garments, education sector, and creative industry. In the education sector, we've got lots of foreign students now in Mauritius because we've got different campuses which are accredited to well-known universities in Europe and soon in Asia also. And these universities, they offer education, quality education in medicine, in law, in other subjects, economics. So we find that there are more and more students coming to Mauritius to study. This is a sector that we want to develop. Next slide, please. Now, why someone would be interested in investing in Mauritius is because we give a lot of fiscal incentives. For instance, we give 8-year income tax holiday for certain types of manufacturing. Our tax is 15% across the board, but if anybody export, we have only 3% tax on those exported items. There is no export duties in Mauritius. We've got accelerated depreciation, and we've got double taxation agreement with a number of countries. In fact, we've signed some 48 double taxation agreements with different countries and 22 investment protection agreements with different countries. So when anybody invests in Mauritius, there is the opportunity to benefit from all these incentives. Can we move to the next slide? I see my time is almost running out. The other incentives is you've got acquisition of property for business purposes. There is no registration duty and land tax transfer. You've got 8-year work permit policy for expatriates in the manufacturing sector, a refund of 40% on air freight rebate scheme also for containers, and these are indicated in the slide. Next slide, please. Under the film rebate scheme, so we are trying to promote the film industry in Mauritius. So we've got a film rebate scheme which gives you different level of a sort of rebate that you can get. In fact, we've been increasing it from 25% in 2012 to up to 40% in 2017. So these rebate schemes are given to producers of films or videos or anything that can be produced in Mauritius, provided they fall under certain categories. We call them eligible expenditures. Next, please. Next slide. These are the types of categories that we've got: film feature, commercial, TV, documentaries, TV program and serials, music video, dubbing. Next. Then I've already mentioned the opportunities in the education sector. We can move to the next slide. We can move to the next slide, please. There are the incentives in the education sector, and it's almost similar to the other sectors. You'll find that it's 100% foreign owned, 15% personal income tax, etc. Next slide, please. Then you can work and live in Mauritius. You've got different options. You've got occupational permit, which is given from 3 to 10 years. Okay. For investor and self-employed, you can be a self-employed in Mauritius. You can invest $50,000 US, and you get an investor permit up to from 3 to 10 years. You've got permanent residence, which has been increased from 10 years to 20 years, and the permanent residence you can get it if you buy a property for $375,000 US. And you've got also the issue of non-resident retiree scheme, where people can live in Mauritius and retire in Mauritius. The only thing that they need is to have an income of $1,500 US per month, and then you can stay in Mauritius. And these are the categories. You've got the investor minimum investment, which has been reduced from 100,000 to 50,000 this year, and the turnover is given there as an investor. Then professional, you've got to obtain a basic monthly salary of $50,000 US. It's 50,000 rupees, sorry, not US dollars, 50,000 rupees, and it's given in different sectors how much you have to make. As a self-employed, you've got to invest initially $35,000 US, and then every month you've got to make a certain number of money, and you've got to increase it over the years. And then, of course, you can retire in Mauritius, as I've said. If you're above 50, you can retire and with an income of $1,500 per month. Next slide. And we've got preferential market access for trade. We belong to so many organizations, COMESA, SADC, and then under the EU, we've got preferential treatment, the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA. We are trying to get free trade area, special agreements with India, China, so that we can export to these countries under preferential treatment. Next. So I've kept within my time limit, only 1 minute more. So if there are any questions, maybe you can send them to me. Then we'll be able to answer those questions for you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.